Kim Sparkman, and I'm going to be sharing with you how to build more discussion in your science classroom through communicating in the scientific way through the Give Me 5 Professional Learning series. We all know science doesn't happen in isolation, but to make those great conversations happen in our classroom, we need a tool. Well, we just happen to have one. It is the Communicate in the Scientific Way talking tool from OpenSciEd. There are 13 categories with icons that helps develop that productive conversations in our classroom that we all want. It helps us with that sense making that is built into our three-dimensional standards. This tool is very easy to use and it's accessible for all because of the symbols. So I don't have to be a reader to be able to know what talking tool I need to use. Now, the reason we need productive conversations in our classroom is it helps our students to take their thinking deeper through questioning, revising, synthesizing, and debating. One of the first two categories on our talking tool is questioning and observation. This is where I build curiosity and I ask my students to wonder and to notice. And the talking stems that I want to listen for is, how do you know that day? I've noticed, I recorded, I measured. Another one of the handy talking tools on communicating the scientific way is the organizing data into thinking about your ideas, claims, and predictions. Our students need to make predictions and organize their observations, and they need a way to communicate with us as they do it. So I want to listen for, I see my students see patterns. I think that we can make a graph. My idea is, since COVID especially, our students has had that struggle with conversation. This tool gives them the support they need to be successful communicators in the science classroom and outside of it. Just good communicators all the way around. So when I want my students to give me evidence of their ideas, reasoning, and suggest new and deeper ways that I can go to gather more information, then here's what I want to listen for my students say. I think the reason is, my claim is because the model shows that, and models are so important in the science classroom. I want to give my students a talking stem to tell me about it. I want them to go further with their evidence by asking those great what-if questions. To be a good communicator, you have to be a good listener. I want to give my students a way to listen, to understand, to know that it's important to listen, and to help them to paraphrase back what's being said to them from their partner so their partner will really feel heard. And it's a great way to clarify. Are you saying that? Instead of our students just looking at us and sometimes saying, huh? I want to hear them saying, can you say more about that? What's your evidence? Agreeing and disagreeing. I want productive disagreement and agreement within my classroom, supportive disagreement, because when we disagree, we also push ourselves in our thinking. I agree with you because, I disagree with you because, I know where you're coming from, but I have a different idea. That's a way of comfortably saying, I think differently than you, but I respect what you're thinking. Adding on to someone else's idea is hard. Can we piggyback? Searching for new ideas and considering how to make them. That idea makes sense to me because. But one of the biggest things that I want my students to be able to do is to know that they can change their mind after the learning has occurred. I think I've changed my mind. I have an idea about. So I hope that this helps you build science discussion in your classroom. Remember, Communicate with the Scientific Way is a tool out there for me and my students to grow. See you later.